Whew. Okay, I'll wait a couple of minutes to start the chapter in case anyone shows up. Let's refresh the app. There we go, 223. Oh, okay, great. Still says 0 viewers, but great to see your message, Andre. Okay, so apparently there are people here, and Twitch is just lying to me. Great. Okay, so let's get started. Hello, Sandstreak. Wasn't sure if it was steak or streak there. Streak. Okay, so first thing, Andre wouldn't know this because you weren't here last week, but I have decided that I will start the stream by just quickly going over Tozuka's weekly sketch. This week it's just a Pocky. It's just the corrupted Apoki from last chapter. He doesn't have a whole lot to say. Just let me have a look. Giki kaka gikaka. Wise words from Apoki. So there we go. Time to get into the chapter itself. Chapter 223 of Undead Unluck. I did not think about where I was going to put my webcam. Let's move that. Let's cover Justice. I'm going to feel very bad if Justice ends up being very important this week. We'll cover him. Great. Okay. 223. Open the quests. Oh wow, it's called Ragnarok. Okay. Last week being called Speedrun, this week being called Ragnarok. That is ominous. Then again, the chapter called Revolution was just the chapter where we learned, hey, if you fail these quests, you get Revolution next time. So Ragnarok could just be, hey, you fail these quests, you get Ragnarok next time. Huh? But it hasn't even been 3 months yet. Time manipulation as one of them who I could see pulling that off. There we go. Okay, predictions for this chapter. I guess we're going to get the full quest. We're opening the quests. We're going to get the full quest loadout, which means we are getting Master Rule 7's name. My money is... I don't think I'd put money on it. My chips are still in the Fade pot, if that analogy makes any sense, but I'm starting to think it's time. If I recall, it's the geezer sitting in the 7th seat. If he's Yuma time, then that checks out. If. Okay, we're questioning it. I like that, we're questioning it. I don't think we've ever gone up to a Yuma and said, if they're the one I think they are. Okay, still some hope for Fade. Now that he's free, I reckon he'd be able to interfere on this scale. But why now? The reason's clear as day. It's to prevent injustice from manifesting, even if it means resorting to unorthodox methods. And with injustice not around, they'll beat us down. You take that with a grain of salt coming from the man who's been beating down the Master Rules for God knows how long. Oh, okay, I like this shot of them. That is exactly why all the remaining 10 superior rules are joining the fray. Getting another look at some of the ones we don't see very often. Number 7, stitched up sick again. Yeah. Looks kinda like War just has a skull face. Like I'm looking like it looks like he has a neck and like a back of the head as if he's covered in flesh. Like his earphones aren't like folding in because of a lack of neck. Anyway, damn. I should have considered this. Even when they were restrained by you, they were able to indirectly interfere with this world. It's like the time manipulation strategy we use to bypass quests. There's no reason why they wouldn't be able to do it. We've lost the 3 months needed for Injustice's manifestation. If we don't overcome these quests, then Ragnarok will be upon us. Even if the rewards for these quests are the sacred spirit treasures, we'd have no time to search for any of the... Ah. 1 month passed. Activating the penalty Ragnarok. Oh. I mean, this was a logical thing to think, well, he skipped 3 months, why can't he skip 1 more? Okay. Worries about a rushed final arc. Getting stronger. Ooh, Luna? Sun coming out. Oh boy. Hey, what's the big idea, Luna? Why don't you let us act? Oh. Why, you ask? Why do you all expect... What do you all expect after having been detained solely by Undead? Now, return to being a part of him. Oh my... Okay. Ooh. Every page I'm questioning, okay, what does this mean for whether this story is going to get rushed or not? I really don't want it to get rushed. But, hey... Stop being individuals and join the final boss is very, very rushed sounding. Oh, hey, Skara. I'll find that way more amusing. Oh my god, Luna. I see, from the very start, you, in that case... Luna's feeling more like Kaguya, and I've made that comparison before, not on stream, but Moon Goddess, kind of like, I've always expected that she'd be like pulling the strings, like the one who's like in control of the situation between her and Sun. I didn't expect her to get the Kaguya betrayal moment against Soul, though. It's better not be the last we see of Soul. I'm going to be disappointed in Soul if this is the last we see of him. Fuko! The 10 superior rules. The 10 superior rules have descended on the Earth after being freed from Andy. We've spotted pillars of light coming from the locations where they landed. What's going on? Okay, that's a cool panel. Worried, but it's a cool panel. At long last, the time has come. You have all done a fine job, which is exactly why I want you to show me... Wait a minute. You have all done a fine job, which is exactly why I want you to show me... Oh. No? Okay. Which is exactly why I want you to show me by overcoming him at his best. Splitting sentences in two is sometimes a complicated affair. I want you to show me the true value of the rules unknown to me. Huh. Okay. The true value of the rules unknown to me. It's crazy that Luna has this power to just force Sun's creations to join into Sun. I mean, she's forcing Soul, because you can maybe rationalize that as she created Soul, she can control him, but she seems to be doing it with all the others too, and she should have no links to those. Like, I think any doubt that, like, Luna isn't the top dog in this situation has gone completely out the window. There is no way this is a game between Luna and Sun. This is Luna playing with Sun. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Sheesh. What are you freaking out for? They're the ones who are freaking out right now, you know. Those guys are feeling so up against the ropes they had to bust out this little secret cheat of theirs. It's a foundation you've all laid. Juice's injustice from the past, and us, the current union. That's what made them do this. Let's go, you bunch of lugs. And I was expecting this to be the final page. Okay, we're almost to the end. What do we call this transformation? Superior Son? Master Son? Now, let us begin the final battle for the fate of this planet. Ragnarok. Okay, so what have we got? We have Fuko riding Andy, Engine and Yusai on Void, Billy and someone riding on Creed, so it's going to be Teller. Latla. She's got her artifact bike, nice. Gina riding on her beret. Phil, finally. Shen and Mui on a patched up Kintoon. And Top Ishin. Okay, let's... I feel like there is no way I can start this discussion section without going into... This is rushed, isn't it? What do you guys think? So what, we're not going to get a war arc? We're not going to get a justice arc? All of their abilities are just going to be compounded into Sun? Okay, Latla deviating the Sunbeam is crazy. I mean, I maintain Latla is... okay, I don't know if I've ever said this, but Untrust is one of the most BS negations. Like, it really can just negate anything she perceives, and that is absolutely wild. And I don't think it gets enough recognition because it is a very hard ability to power scale. And also, I think it can backfire. Like, I think last year when I did my thread ranking all the negators by power, completely outdated by this point, but I was just like, Lucy could probably beat Latla, because Latla would look at Lucy and think, I could definitely beat this small sick child, and then Untrust would activate, and then the small sick child would beat her. Forgot that's what Latla looked like. Yeah, not much screen time, but I do like her new outfit. Can't really see the choker from this angle, but okay, yeah, glad that stuck with you, Scara. But yeah, I think I put her as like losing to everyone except no, she lost to Lucy. Everyone wins against Lucy except Latla. Yeah, so Kintuan's back. That's nice, but now I trust Tozuka to cook. I think he has potential to make this satisfying, but this is absolutely not what I wanted to see this week. I did not want... So, like... I know you can't call it a plot hole, because like none of the characters knew this was going to happen, but what, Change and War telling Ruin to spare Gina and Billy, does that not matter anymore? Like, I was really looking forward to the war fight. I had headcanons for Justice that I remember talking about on my first... we are huffing copium. We are huffing copium. Like... yeah. I mean... Hey, Raf's Revenge. Yeah, oh, okay. Let's look at the chapter again. What did I like this week? Because I don't want this to be negative. I had fun with this. Good. I enjoyed some of the stuff that happened this week. Like, I can't believe we didn't get the reveal of Master Rule 7's name. That baffles me. How We got open requests and we didn't learn Master Rule Seven's name. But yeah, Injustice is clearly going to manifest somehow and be very important. But, like, yeah, so dealing with time skip, and then Soul, what are you doing? What has happened to you, Soul? Soul, I was so excited for you. I don't know if people, because I know that there's a lot of Undead. I think the time it aren't clearly confirmed shows they're still going to fight them in some way. Yeah, like, how do you not? I mean, I'm thinking Change. How do you set up Change as a character and not have her fight? Like, she has by far the most personality out of the Master Rules. So what, are we just gonna ignore that? Yeah. I'm hoping that he can summon them. Like maybe what this is, and this is like best case scenario. This is just Tozuka coming up with a convenient way to just have all the fights happen at once. Like, this way he doesn't have to say, okay, death is in Egypt, justice is in Cornwall. You know, you can, and then just having to split off the Union to fight them. This way, they can all happen at the same time, they can all happen around the same place, and it makes it easier to write. Like, it's not a worldwide war arc, it's like My Hero's Final War, where they're close enough to interact with each other, stuff like that. But yeah, if this is the last we see of Soul, I am very disappointed in him. I mean, he clearly has some kind of plan here. I see from the very start, in that case, Soul has a plan. Maybe Soul is going to take over Sun. Because, I mean, Sun, this chapter didn't do much for Sun's stocks as a character. Like, this really makes him look like a piece of meat that is being manipulated by Luna. But, okay, a point I was about to say is I wonder how... Because there's a lot of fans who say Loop 101 has no stakes. They need to have a challenge. The Master Rules are punching bags for Andy. I wonder how those people feel about this chapter. Because on one hand, the Master Rules have been wiped out. They were jobbers. On the other hand, we've got rid of the jobbers and now they're part of a bigger threat. So I'm curious what people who have that kind of mindset think about this chapter. But yeah, so they go back into Sun. They literally just touch on Earth and immediately go back up again. I wonder if they were doing anything for those 3 months. Like, did time skip for everyone? Because it's starting to seem like the time skipping had nothing to do with Apocalypse by the looks of it. Like, it really does just look like time skipped for everyone. So I'm guessing that the Yumas came down and then immediately went back up again rather than having 3 months to sort stuff out. Then again, that would mean Chikara didn't get time to train with his blindness. Yeah. But last week I was thinking that it just accelerated for people in the time in the round table. And that made me think, cool, Chikara's got 3 months to train. Fang has 3 months to train. Shen and Mui are going to be busting out the Soul Kamehameha. Yeah, okay, month... Maybe it was all Luna. Luna can just do whatever she wants with the rules. Who's to say Time or Fade didn't just get told what to do by Luna to begin with? Like, we really see nothing from anyone but Soul. So I'm just going to assume that Soul is filling the role of all of them. That none of them want to do this, so they're being forced. I mean, I don't think she's getting desperate. I think she's having the time of her life right now. And throwing all her action figures into one pile to make a Megazord, just because that'll be more entertaining. Yeah, most interesting line of the chapter. I want you to show me the true values of the rules unknown to me. So, I don't know what to make of it. There's clearly something interesting there. But I don't even know how to theorize about it. I mean, clearly she is holding some kind of hope for the Master Rules to do something here. Of course, because otherwise what does this line mean? She's hoping for them to do something, and hopefully that isn't just, hey, you can make Sun go Super Saiyan. You know, like, hopefully they have some way of expressing individuality, expressing their rules in a way that Luna is anticipating. Well, we can't be sure how time moved outside or around it. Around time was that by like a pocket. Ironically, praying to God and Luna that Soul uses his godly back to carry the superior rules to get these union fights. Yeah. But then, if Soul just takes control and undoes this, what was the point in this? Like, what, we wasted a chapter because Luna had a plan and then Soul undid that plan. I don't think that's gonna happen. But I do hope they come, like, just have it be like Nico and his astral dolls. Just emit them and let them have fights. Stages for the Master Rules fight. Could be. Oh, it could be, yeah. If maybe like little domain expansion balls that you can go inside them and fight the Yuma. You just know there's going to be a cool chapter. If that ends up being correct, Crusade, which I am hoping. That is my hope. I'm just imagining there being a chapter that ends with like all the matchups being decided, and it's like, yes, together we will. It's gonna sound corny as hell, but it's like, yes, going into all the orbs, we will negate each of you. Also, by Ragnarok rule, they need to survive for 23 minutes now. I mean, I think they're killing God. I don't think there's any time stalling strategy going on here. Like, I think they're killing God. I don't think... Like what are we waiting for a time limit for? It's not like we're going to a new loop. It's not like Fuko has to sit in the chair for 23 minutes while it charges up and she can go to the next loop. I think they're ending it here. So I don't think the time limit matters. Loop 102 friends with the Master Rule Edition. That sounds like a fun idea, Takara. I like the idea of a loop 102, which is like the happy ending loop we get if we win. That way, like, characters can die in loop 101 and we can still get a happy ending. Like, maybe make it so they don't have their memories or something. Like, Feng sacrifices his life in the final fight, and he comes back in loop 102, but he's the only one that doesn't remember anything. That's like an idea I've had before, and I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, this is the final loop. I do think there might be some sort of a timer till the Earth ends. I mean, a timer until the planet blows up is a very shonen staple that I could see happening even if it doesn't need to. But going back to, like, chronologically through the chapter, getting a callback to that one scene in Chikara's school where Fuko's giggling is an interesting one. I remember that scene confusing a lot of anime-onlys when that came out. Yeah. Everyone's freaking out right now. The current unit... The art in this chapter is great. I'll give it that. Despite some of my disappointment this week, I love the art this week. Sun descending... Sun absorbing. Sun has never looked so good. And I do like the transformation. It looks oddly sick-like. Like, it'd be funny if he hasn't even absorbed 6, Powers, he's just got sick style. Like, yeah, I got these balls and lines around me. Yeah, wait, yeah, I don't know how if I gave like numbered reviews for these chapters, I have no idea what I'd give this week. Because I had fun with it, but I was filled with a absolute sense of dread throughout. Oh yeah, multiple. Yeah, of course, multiple suns show up. So I guess yeah, it's not like fend him off for 23 minutes so we can escape. It's probably kill him in 23 minutes so he doesn't shadow clone jutsu us. Now let us begin. Final battle for the fate of this planet, Ragnarok. Yeah, again, I like things that happened in this chapter. It just gets me scared for things that are going to happen. Things that are not going to happen in the subsequent chapters. Uh, I mean, I'd still worried that's a Sol Junior, and that's why there's more than one. I mean, I'd like. I mean, earlier I was talking about people who are saying the stakes have been too low, as if I'm not a part of that faction. I kind of am. It doesn't ruin my enjoyment of the series, but I would prefer that we had a bit more stakes, a bit more difficulty. So the idea that there will be another fight after this, honestly, I'm fine with that. Extend the series more, please. I'd love to have this for the rest of my life. But yeah, keeping up hope for now. But yeah, the idea that Latler is enough to just completely get rid of Sun's laser beam is hilarious. Just, it's such a hard counter. I love it. Then again, she's probably just as impervious to backwards ball as Chikara was. So, watch your six, Latler. Uh, yeah. Oh my god. I think two weeks ago, for my first stream, I was saying, I think we got like 2 years, guys. I wouldn't be shocked. I'd be kinda shocked if we got 400 chapters. 223 is the end of a volume. Oh no, we've reached the point of ending a manga where we need to start looking at, okay, how many volumes do we have left? Like, okay, we either have 10 chapters left, or 20 chapters left, or 30 chapters left, or like I can't remember. It's like I can't remember how many chapters are in a Undead Unluck volume. Yeah, is it 9? Let's say 9. But it's like, okay, so we've got a multiple of 9 left. It better not be 9. It better not be. I will. I will. I don't even know. If it's 9, I am going to be very upset. 18, I'm going to be pretty upset. 27 is my expectation at this rate. Well, no. If it's 9, I don't think it's a decision. I think it's an order. I think that is an order from Shonen Jump to close things up. That is certainly not Tozuka's decision. Yeah, not 9. Please, not 9. Please, not 9. I mean, we never. Usually, there's an editor note for like we're entering the final saga, and I know we technically got that for Loop 101. Like back then, people were panicking, like, "Oh my god, the series is ending," but it was because there was like an editor's note saying this is the beginning of the climax. But like, surely if we are that close to the climax, like it's not like we're a less than a year old series where the final arc can start at any second. Like, I feel like we'd get a message saying we are entering the final saga. Yeah, I remember getting it during Ragnarok. I caught up with the manga right at the end of spring, and back then it was acceptance. I didn't think I thought Loop 101 was going to be like 5 chapters. I was reading the end of Fire Force at the time, and I was thinking, okay, the fight against Sun is going to be like, okay, I won't go into Fire Force spoilers. So if you've read it, you should be able to understand what I'm saying. But it's going to be like that big climactic battle near the end of Fire Force. And then the fight against Luna is going to be like the actual final battle of Fire Force, where it's less big and bombastic, but more personal. Yeah, varies from series to series. Dr. Stone was in the Endgame and only vaguely told us. But did it, like, tell you were in... Oh, okay, no. I guess, based off your wording, they didn't tell you. I don't like that idea. If it can happen to Dr. Stone, it can happen to us. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it there, because I'm going to be having food soon. So... thanks for joining me today, everyone. I do not know how to rank this chapter. My thumbnail I chose. Rest in peace, all of you guys. Rest in peace, all of you. I covered Justice, and you know, at least I didn't do him as dirty as Luna did this week. Yeah, thanks. So, fun. There were entertaining things this week, but the word of the day is dread. Or copium. Dread or copium, one of the two. So thanks for coming, everyone, today. I know that on YouTube, Mugen Eclipse's live stream should be going up, 2 minutes ago, but they're probably discussing right now. So if you want to support Undead Unluck reaction channels, maybe get the series some popularity before the brink. Maybe check them out on YouTube. But otherwise, have a very good day to all of you, and I will see you next week for hopefully one more of the many chapters we have left to go for the Ragnarok 2 arc, I guess. Alright, see you guys next week. Goodbye.